Ladies and gentlemen, what's good and happy Eid al-Kabir to our Muslim brothers and sisters. With me today are Ife Omai and the return of the Mac Onyeka. What's good, guy?
I'm fine.
How far? It's been a minute, my guy. Where have you been? Tell us now, gist us. I know you'll be up to something. You'll be smarting. Tell us now. Where have you been?
I've been here now. I've been working behind the scenes with you guys.
Yes, but we have not seen you on the screen. Well, was that a deliberate attempt?
No, did you tell me to work behind the scenes to learn more stuff behind the scenes?
You don't even know how to place yourself on the pedestal of being a... Who told you to work? Nobody tells you to do nothing.
Yeah,
you do it because you want to do it.
So which one do you prefer, behind the scenes or in front of the scenes?
I feel like I prefer in front, but like behind the scenes it's quite tough for me, but I can handle it.
You can handle it. You look beautiful, by the way. I like
As
your braids.
always.
What's the style called?
The
Yeah,
cornrows.
the braids, the edges. Those are edges, right? Did I?
Yes.
You should have your friend. Those are edges, right? You look really cute. You look like a
Thank
baby.
you.
I feel like I could make you smaller and put you in my pocket and carry you around.
My mood effect.
You share my mood effect. Anyways, guys, welcome to Tea Time on PlusTvAfrica. You've met the beautiful ladies. Ife, of course, is your most controversial. What do I put you on now?
If let's just do our stories.
Should I
Is
do
this
them?
your introductions? I'm not understanding it.
But today I want to hype you. Yesterday,
sorry, don't be
when
upset.
I was hyping you, you said it was too small. You said it was not enough.
Who?
Or you said it was too much. Or you said it was too little. You shall complain about the hype. So today I decided to give it a twist. So you're still complaining.
Basically, you can never please a woman, is what you're saying.
I read a book on how to please a woman someday. All right. So singer Tiwa Savage just lost the dad to the cold rape of death. The music star took to her Instagram page to share the heartbreaking news of losing her beloved father to answer that basically. And this morning she made a peaceful he made a peaceful transition. You fought to the very end. You really fought, Daddy. It's been rough for you this past couple years, but you are resting now. This is tough for me. I'm numb, so weak. Rest in perfect peace, my king. And yes, this really touched me because considering the fact that Obama is just laid to rest I think is it like a week ago, right?
No, end of
2
June.
weeks ago. Like 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
All right, so like 2 weeks ago, and then that's somebody that she was, and we saw what she wrote about that, then this is coming up as well. So, man, I really feel for her, and may so rest in peace, and I hope she finds the comfort she deserves.
Yeah, for sure. I like that he was at least, aged and stuff. I think,
before he...
yeah, I think Obama's one was a bit more off because it was untimely.
And it wasn't expected.
Yes,
but this one you said you fought.
Yeah. So
like you actually fought.
yeah, so I know it's very hard losing a parent at whatever age, and everyone wants their parent to live long and see their children's children if possible. So I can understand that the pain that she must be feeling is a lot, and having to mourn that frequently in a short period of time for two different people that mean a lot to you. It's kind of tough. There's a blog, I don't even know if I should even open their names or whatever, but there was a blog that I saw that was like, they wrote the caption, and the way they put it was so insensitive. When she was like, oh, this now that Tiwa Savage must be going through so much. She lost her lover, now she's losing her dad, but being very like gestical about it. And I think sometimes people really dehumanize these celebrities, and that their pains become so minimal to us. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, whatever. Because if that kind of thing happened to your friend, I'm pretty sure, like, it's a big deal. Like, you probably go and visit her and be very sensitive around that kind of person. But then you go on social media and coin the worst and insensitive captions just because you can. And that, it made me start thinking that I don't think we appreciate these artists, these celebrities in the way that we're supposed to as humans. Like, have you actually considered her mental health, how she's feeling, how heartbroken her heart would be, that, you forget all of that and you just write something or just for likes and comment. It just felt very disconnected. Like, I feel like we've disconnected from these people as human beings, and it's not very nice. But yeah.
All right, and you?
Well, like you said, it's basically hard losing two people in your lives, and Nigerians see everything as banter, gist. I don't take a lot of things seriously.
Yeah.
And for her to come out posting her dad, some people wouldn't even do that. That means she's going through a lot, and she obviously needs a lot of support from everybody, because it's not easy at all losing two people that are very important in your life. So yeah, basically.
But the whole Obama gist, that's what I still don't get, because everybody's saying she lost her lover, the Obama gist is a rumor. She has never come out to confirm it. Obama never came out to confirm it.
Absolutely.
So we've seen situations where people are just best friends and they're just getting along and everybody just assumes there's a relationship. You get to do sleepovers with your female friend does sleepover at your place, and absolutely nothing happens. Do you understand? I've seen that. I've been in that position, so I know for sure that these things happen. So if it's a rumor, it's even more insensitive for you to be saying such things. Since she's dealing with enough already for you to be bringing Obama into the picture that she just lost recently. I was just a friend. It was just a guy, the guy she could talk to, the guy she could do whatever she wanted with. Do you get what I mean? So that was really, I felt it was really insensitive. So I liked the way you took it from that point. But at the end of the day, let's always put a clause to it that it is allegedly. You get me? Right.
Sure.
Anyways, so yes, the anticipated season 6 of top reality show Big Brother Naija is finally here. The fans' favorite season will premiere with 2 opening ceremonies on July 24th and 25th, 2021. The show organizers MultiChoice confirmed the new season in a press conference held on Monday, July 19th, 2021. Alongside news of the show's starting date, season 6 will also spot some surprising changes. Organizers say there will be no SMS voting, as fans will now be able to vote for their favorite housemate for free on the official website and application. This is to allow a more inclusive participation for fans outside Nigeria. This year's season has a whopping 90 million up for grabs for the lucky winner. Season 6 is built to run for 72 days and will end on October 3rd, 2021. Are we excited about this one?
Yeah, definitely.
You are?
Definitely.
I don't think I am. Like,
Why? Because it's not pick you.
No, it's just because of all the drama that happened, that we did not get to see a lot of things, and we found out, after they were doing reunion. Why? We wanted to know about a swollen something. We wanted to know about who was going on that the duvet. We wanted to know about who lasted 10 seconds. Do you understand?
But 10 seconds happen outside the house now.
Which outside? Was he outside?
Yeah,
Praise house. No.
Sorry.
Praise.
Praise and Katrina.
Outside the house, in her house, he called her to the house.
Yeah, but like they also had something in the house.
Yeah.
They had what do you call it? Aggressive cuddling of what?
You know how it's funny how she just really lied, because you said aggressive cuddling on this show as well, and then you now go like when she came to time, she said that
it was aggressive
just cuddling,
yeah.
and then you now go on reunion how many months after?
Yeah, that I
was trying to strong
yeah, vigorous
or
cuddling.
aggressive or
passionate,
determined,
rough-handled,
was handled cuddled.
intensified.
There was an adjective to it that just made us know that it was some extra cuddling.
I wasn't just like a normal,
No, you just say we cuddled.
like
aggressively cuddled. Violently cuddled, my guy. All right.
And then now you pay matter and say that, oh, you actually did it when you were there.
And it didn't last. Like, what you
10
guys?
seconds.
Wait, okay, so I want to try.
Just because it didn't. Okay, anyway.
Yes, I want to try the question. I think that's where you get, because I know you. You sound like a Cardi B in measure 19. Anyways, but what do you guys think? It's a morning show, please, calmly.
The question you want to ask, is it a morning show question?
Now, the first thing I want to ask you
Let's start with that.
Is that an issue that when such things happen, you come out and speak about it in public? I'm not saying what I'm doing. Should you come out and talk about it?
I don't kiss and tell.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it
Especially
also
on national
a
TV.
problem when it's
really,
the first time?
No, it's not exactly. Like, there's so many reasons why, like, somebody could have a very short, timely
just stick to time.
Timely experience.
Just don't say it. Just say the takes a short time for some people to keep to time.
Yeah, exactly. You
Time.
get what I
Yeah.
mean? Okay, all right. So, like, you know, I sometimes you can be too excited. You haven't done it in a long time, stuff like that.
Or it's the first time.
Or maybe I'm not even that
actually looking
attracted
forward
to
that
you,
time.
or yeah, exactly, or something like that. There's so many
Exactly.
reasons. I think until the person is consistently on time.
Irresponsible. Aren't you? Never say he's.
As person is
Consistently
consistently
irresponsible.
Then we'll now say,
Yeah,
oh,
there's a
right,
problem.
like, yeah, do you know what I
yeah,
mean?
But I
very
feel like
responsible
it
person.
was planned with Katrina because the way she puts it during the reunion, it was like Prince said it would never have anything to do with her, so she dragged him to his bed. So I feel like she planned it. So like during the
sure.
reunion,
She wanted to be a
she will
boss
now
move.
say
Was that
that
a boss
okay,
move?
this happened.
Yeah.
I feel
was
like
that
it
a
was
boss
planned.
move?
It's not sensible, Sha. I'm not somebody that will come out openly and talk about my sex life on national TV. So
Anyways.
At least not in that way.
Exactly.
So we're looking forward to you know, season 6. Let's see what they have in stock.
I want to know,
Who told you they did not pick me? How do you know that I will not be leaving you?
because you'll not be here by now.
Exactly.
I mean that I'm quarantining already. They just know that you guys are family, so they let me. Do you understand? So I leave the hotel.
It's okay. It's
you,
okay.
You get the
It's-
point.
Sweetie, it's
I'll
fine.
still be the big brother because I'll be
It's
talking about it on this table.
okay.
My own is just I'm doing big brother from here. That's the difference.
Yeah, for sure. I'm very excited about it. I think I like Big Brother. Okay, before that I didn't like it until I was working on TEATIME and I knew that we had to talk about it every day. So I watched the first one.
So
So I wasn't watching it before that, but I like the concept. I like that, you know, something I've noticed, especially maybe because I have the opportunity of interviewing them after they come out of the house, is how they learn things about themselves. Like a lot of them are taken aback by how they express themselves in the house, because it's a weird situation. Like nobody is in a place for too long and they can't get out. Even my own house, I go out and I come back and stuff like that. So, you know, the social experiment aspect of it is really nice. And I also want to see what kind of dynamics that the house will bring to this time around. This particular house, I think, is the most friendliest I've ever seen, except from Reunion. But in the house, there wasn't that much animosity. They were very like, it was almost like, guys, you realize this is a competition. They're all doing with family,
And even when
with
they
friends.
Even when they left the house, it wasn't like the last set where everybody was beefing each other.
Yeah.
Everybody was actually reconciling and coming together.
Yeah. These people were very nice. So I want to see what it's like as well. And I think it's also like another reflection of the society. If you look at the previous Big Brother Naija houses and stuff, like now in comparison to that other one, I think people are a lot more woke. People are a lot more intentional about how they present themselves, what they say, what's acceptable, what's not. And people are even a lot more free with sexual stuff, in my opinion, I think. So yeah, we'll see what
I think for me, basically, it just bridges the gap between, you know, the OGs and, you know, the youngins, because at the end of the day, you start seeing young people, you know, that are diverse in cultures and stuff, being accepted by a lot of more older people just because of Big Brother. So that's one thing, because they just watch it on television and they see that these guys are actually not that bad. Oh.
Yeah.
The fact that you have braided hair doesn't mean you're a bad person. The fact that you are a rasta doesn't mean, you understand? The fact that you speak this way, the fact that you do this, doesn't actually mean. So it opens a lot of, you know, extra doors, and I think it's just a way to bridge the gap between generations.
But 90 million naira,
Ooh,
though,
that's a lot.
You sure though?
That's a lot.
And one thing about Big Brother is it's not even about the money, because some people they leave. Yes, exactly. Some people they leave there, they don't win, but then what they get from that house helps them so much. Like Tasha, like anything she starts today sells out that day, and she didn't win. Like the platform is already. I feel like they should just make good use
The best. Yes,
of the
so
platform.
I like where you're coming from. So a lot of them just feel like they're all about the paper. So you know what? Know your market.
Exactly.
Know what you're selling. Put your best to whatever you're doing. So it's a win or lose situation.
And I think if I'm going to advise anyone who's in the house, that's, you know, I think you should already know what you want to sell there. It's very important that you don't, because
you don't
it's a very good
changing.
strategy. Like from the very beginning, the people that were the most consistent with what they wanted are the most successful now in that house.
of course.
I give an example of Lilo in comparison to maybe what's the guy's name? Your Nengi's guy, Ozo.
Also.
Yes. So Lilo never had something that she was even like remotely selling. Also from the very beginning was talking about sports. You know, so it was synonymous to that. Now imagine everyone who is in the sports industry right now has an eye on Ozo. Do you know what I mean? Because that's what he.
I don't even have a sports show, right? Or I don't host a sports show. But I was also at some place, at some party in what's it called, Eco Atlantic. And the next thing, I was talking to him about how I could get him as a guest on here for our sports show. Do you understand? So that's just me that I don't have any interest, right? So imagine people that have actual interest in it, right? And that's all they will be talking about.
Yeah, I think it's the best thing to do is to be synonymous to a particular business.
Yeah. So just sell your market. Just sell
and I like
your
that you
market.
brought up Chacha, because I think Chacha is another person that we saw literally in front of us, how she struggled. I remember ages ago, maybe 10, I don't even think I was living in Nigeria yet. I saw that she made one YouTube video and in an uncompleted house. Ages ago, before the house, it was an uncompleted building, like it wasn't finished kind of thing. And she was teaching girls how to wear the makeup, and the quality of that video was so bad. So now imagine that kind of person that has been in the game that long and now got the opportunity for Big Brother. Like you said, she didn't even win, but then she used it properly and it's changed her life. So this is a game changer for the entertainment space. We have, I know like, you know, in accounting or whatever, they have that, maybe that exam that if you win, it's to now put you in that place, I'll hire you, whatever, and you change your life. I feel like Big Brother Naija for the entertainment industry is one of those things.
People that are consistent with their brands are even richer than the people that won.
Yes, like Dorothy. Like now she's doing stuff for plus size women. Like right from when she was in the house, if everybody did notice, she was focused. Because now on the reunion, she had a lot of mouths that she didn't have in the house. Because it seemed like she was watching what she was doing in the house. Like just try to stay focus, because
I mean, some people call it hypocrisy, but I call it a good strategy.
Exactly,
for sure.
Because when she entered the house, everybody used the fact that okay, she was really big in front, and now she came out and she used that and she started a lingerie line. That's actually a very good thing, and she's doing well, and she didn't even win. It's a good platform.
I'm glad you guys are talking about Chacha because I have one question. You know the question?
I don't know the question though.
What happened to that part 2006?
It's still there.
I don't think she removed it.
It's still there.
I don't see it anymore.
She puts makeup on there.
Yeah, she had
really?
Yes.
Because you know that's like a question that has been bugging my mind.
Oh,
for
it's still there.
I'm like, every time I look at it, sometimes I zoom into the picture like, where is Davido?
No, she's cleaned it up. Like people
cleaned it up.
She cleaned it, as in she wears makeup on there.
Are you sure she didn't do some
on
laser surgery?
No, on her birthday, when they were doing the whole thing, it was like, we're going to make Tata trend or whatever. All her pictures were obviously like, you know, clean. People who have tattoos do that sometimes, where you want a clean look and you don't want a tattoo look and stuff like that. She went on her fleets.
Are you sure about this information?
Yes,
though?
now I'm saying that she went on her fleets to say thank you to her fans and stuff like that. She was wearing like a suit thing, like kind of like the one Kate Henshaw had on her birthday. That suit thing that's like open and stuff. You could
Speaking
see
of
it
Kate
there.
Henshaw, happy birthday, happy belated birthday, of course. And man, did you guys see how fly Kate was looking at 50? 50!
It's not easy.
I mean, I'm not even surprised by that at all. Maybe because I follow Kate on my Instagram. That girl is in the gym.
She's not
every
a girl.
Every day. That's a babe. That's a girl. That's a sweet girl. That's a baby.
Lady.
That's
you
a baby
call
girl.
that a lady.
Like,
You can't call her a girl. A girl is a girl. We're talking about a lady
it's the way
right
you're looking
here.
at the girl. For that 50-year-old that has refused to age like that, please call her Sweet Girl Association on point. Like,
nobody is arguing with you that she's sweet, but she's not a girl. She's a proper lady. And yes, happy birthday, happy belated birthday to you once again, Mom. Beautiful, respect to you. Anyways, we need to move on to the next story, and this one is on Idris Elba, who suggested that social media platform make it mandatory for people to identify themselves properly before creating an account. The British actor made this statement on his Instagram page in light of the recent spate of trolling and racial abuse on social media. He wrote, "People in the public eye get verified on social media, symbolized by a blue tick. The process of verification requires them to prove their identity so everyone knows who is speaking. Social media companies should make this mandatory for all users." The actor explained that allowing users to create accounts without identifying themselves is similar to boarding a plane and not having a show ID. Elba concluded that if you cowards want to spout racial rhetoric, then say it with your name, not your username. Elba's proposition comes after social media platforms were inundated with racist messages and posts directed at 3 black players on England's football team following a tough loss to Italy last week in UEFA Euro 2020 Championship match. What's your take on this one? Let's start with you.
When I read this, it's actually a very sensible idea because you see lots of people with fake accounts doing the most. So what he said makes sense. Fashi, looking aside from racism, it's necessary for everything, even online businesses, because you see a lot of fraudulent acts with Instagram especially. So it's good that all users actually get verification. So that when somebody is saying something, you know who is saying it, from whose account, with whose identification. So it's easier to, arrest the person, basically. So yeah, I feel like what he's saying actually makes so much sense. But then I feel like it might affect a lot of things.
Such as freedom of speech, which is your fundamental human right.
Why can't you have freedom of speech with your real name on there?
Because there's some things you do not want to say with your real name on there.
Then you shouldn't say it
Then
at
you
all.
shouldn't say exactly,
You
especially
think?
if
Yes,
it's
absolutely.
against people's
No, it shouldn't.
rights.
It doesn't
or
necessarily have to be against. Okay, now let me put it like this. Now, you're in a tyrant country, right? Where if you speak against the government, you get picked up immediately. But there are messages you want to pass across, right? And you do not want to put your identity. It's good intentions. Are you telling me not to be able to talk because I have a president or I have a governor who is going to arrest me for speaking? Do you get where I'm coming from?
No. I don't think it's still worth you hiding your name, per se. I think you can...
What about, okay, let's talk about the activists, right? At the moment they're done with the speeches and places, they change locations every 2 days. Do you know there are people like that? That
Absolutely.
They don't live
And
in
they
the
don't
same
need to
place?
wear a fake face mask
Oh,
to do
wow.
that.
What about Anas in Ghana? The guy who dresses like Lagbaja, that exposed a lot of politicians in Ghana, exposed a lot of lawmakers in Ghana, exposed a lot of journalists in Ghana, people that take bribe, judges that take goats. Do you get what I mean? This guy was wearing a face, nobody recognized him. What about that? He had good intentions, he did the best for the people.
Personally speaking, I don't think that argument is strong enough to say that we don't need people to be verified on Instagram.
No,
you
but
find
the blue
out,
tick,
you find
you
out,
have
no,
that.
no, no, I'm
You
not
must
talking about
put your ID,
you
that
must
one
put
is
your ID
standard.
for
it's not even
tick.
blue tick now.
Yeah.
I think he's saying, he gave an example that with social, with celebrities, you use blue ticks. He's not saying that we should all get blue ticks. He's just saying that we should find a way, these companies need to find a way to make sure that when you are registering your account, you're not a glitch, you're not a spam, that you're an actual person. You have to figure out how to protest, how to serve your activism rights without still being a ghost. Because for me, the bigger picture, what's it called, in Ghana with the LGBTQ plus community, they use other people's platforms that have rights, for example. Do you get what I mean? So they'll use maybe Idris Elba, for example, and say that, oh, Idris Elba, please speak for the Nigerian, the Ghanaian community. We've been whatever. That's what happened with the last time, because they found their safe space in Ghana, arrested them, killed some people. The ones in America, the Ghanaians in America that had influence, I've forgotten their names now, but they're like popular westernized British actors, but from Ghanaian heritage. They were using those people's platforms as a means to protest. All I'm saying is there's more detriment to not verifying people than verifying people, despite activism. Because how many people, let's put a percentage to it, how many people use social media that are not verified to do activism rather than cyberbullying?
It's true.
That's a pandemic right there. So you need that. However, it's still not going to work. And Instagram and all these other people would never do that because there is strength in numbers on social media. Social media companies rely on adverts, rely on numbers, rely on flooding, rely on views and all of that stuff. So the more accounts you have, the better. Actually, it's actually quite better for Instagram. The only thing that Instagram is trying to do now is saying that, okay, if I block you, then I can block all the other accounts. So you can see that they're encouraging. My point. Well, let me finish. The point is that they're encouraging you to have other accounts. They're not saying don't have more than one account. They're saying have other accounts, but then if you want to block this person, then you block them and all the other accounts. But they're never going to now say that that you only have one account, it's not going to work.
Another thing I even want to talk about is if you're telling me to bring my ID and I need to open my business page, because I usually, right, when you go to these places, all you get is one ID. The moment you're trying to put that same email, they'll tell you this account has been used for this. You have to create multiple emails, so it doesn't change anything. I'll create multiple emails, I'll create multiple IDs, and I'll still bring it on there, and I'll continue my cyberbullying. So I think what should be done is there should be something that monitors, you know.
That's what I'm gonna say as well. I think there has to be another organization, like you know how like with society we have a police force that governs people. There needs to be another like force that protects, that you know, what's it called? Observes or monitors rather the social media community. Like if you think about this show called Catfish, where they would find the person's IP address, find out where they live, and find out who they are. So it's very possible that if somebody has done something that is a hate crime on social media, there should be somebody that has the resources to find out who that person is, who owns the IP address, arrest them in physical, that kind of stuff. Yes, but there's no other way.
Right? We can't put all the blame on the social media companies. Sometimes we just need to come correct.
The social media company has nothing to do with it.
It's the people. Yes. The people subscribe to the social media
which is
companies.
why you need to create another organization that, and there's the resources for them to control social media space. Like for example, now Nigeria has, I'm not agreeing to that, but their own means of handling social media was to block the entire thing from their space. So you have to figure out what works for you. I know that with cyberbullying on Snapchat has actually created a system for pedophiles where if you sign up, and in case you don't know this, if you sign up and your age is below 18 or whatever, they actually monitor your chats. When you send a nude on your chats to somebody that has a sign up that's an adult, you will be reached out to. I know at least 2 or 3 people in Australia that were arrested, picked up because they received snaps from youngies, and they didn't even know that they were youngies and stuff like that. So there's so many ways that you can control that. If you're really serious about it, you can put means to make it as easy as possible, but it's not through
and people should also try to be reporting. Reporting is also good, because before they start doing all of this might take a long time. So even implementing in Nigeria might take a longer time. So people should just try to start reporting when they're being cyberbullied and everything, so that
not just reporting based on social media. So I was having a conversation with a friend. He said, if I tell you I raped somebody, what would you do? We're driving somewhere. And I said, you drive yourself to the station, right? One. Or you let me call the police. Do you get what I mean? Like, there are 2 options. So I think we should affect that in everything we do, both on social media, you know, be real with your peoples, and when they act wrong, you know, just say it. It don't matter if you are following me. The moment I put out a disrespectful content or something that you feel shouldn't be out there, kindly report me, as I would report you and she would report you, right? Anyways, let's go on a quick music break and tea time. We'll definitely be right back.